physically. And so we're going to do a couple postures and a couple of the mantras or the words that you would say if your first chakra is feeling out of balance. So the first chakra is located at the very, very base of the spine or our physical body. And so it's that placement of connecting us to the physical earth. It is what helps us feel grounded. It's our place of representing survival and stability, financial security, as well as just physical security, feeling safe, feeling like you have enough. It's also our connection to our family or our tribe. It's the place where our primal instincts come from. And so we're going to go through just a couple postures that are really good for balancing that first chakra. So the first thing we're going to start with is bridge pose. If you have not done any warm-ups yet, you can pause this video and just do a couple cat-cows, maybe a down dog, just to get a little bit warmed up. So we're going to start on our backs, and just take a couple breaths here. Feel the base of your spine, feel kind of your back body really connecting to the ground. And then walking your feet in towards your glutes, walk your shoulders down a little bit. Make sure that your head looks straight up. So don't turn towards the TV or your phone, computer, whatever you're looking at. Trust yourself. And then we're just going to take a little pelvic tilt, press into the shoulders and the feet, and lift the hips and glutes off of the floor. So for some of you, you can lift, quite a bit, kind of pressing the belly towards the ceiling. Others, it's okay if you're just lifting a little bit off the ground. Engage your glutes a little bit and press firmly into your feet, engage your quads. So feel all the muscles of your lower half of your body really engaged and working. Stay with your breath as always, so this is not only stimulating that first chakra, but it also opens up the front body. It creates some muscle engagement through the glutes and the quads, a little bit of stretch through the hip flexor, the psoas. Just another breath or two here. And then slowly release down. Middle back, lower back, release that pelvic tilt. Take a moment and just rest here in neutral. You can even walk your feet a little bit wider apart and let your knees come in towards each other. And we're going to kind of flip over so you can bring yourself up and then find child's pose. So as we come into our child's pose, those knees come a little bit wider apart. Let your glutes fall back towards the heels, and then just walk your hands forward, melt the forehead down to the floor, and just breathe. Again, bring that focus here into the low back. Bring your focus into the quads, the hip flexors. So this whole space is kind of ruled by that first chakra. The feet, the legs. Full deep breaths if you want to massage that third eye center as well, stimulating that. Feel free. Breathe. And then rolling yourself up and sitting on the back of the heels, Vajrasana Hero's pose. So if this is difficult for you, you can always take a block and bring it in between your feet and just sit onto the block instead, taking a little bit of that pressure off of the ankles and the heels. So the heart is organically open, the shoulders draw down and back, and then just really settling in to that natural curve, that neutral spine in your Vajrasana, in your Hero's pose. And again, the awareness through these couple postures is really just on that grounding, on that connection to the earth, on that connection to the lower parts of our body, breathing into that space. So the first chakra, the color is red. You can even just imagine this red light kind of hovering in that space. hip distance width, shoulders draw back, palms can face out, and then close the eyes. Feel the difference between your right and left. Feel the difference between the front of your feet and the back of your feet, and see if you can find a perfect balance between the two sides, or the 4 sides, or the 6 sides. So mountain pose, literally standing in a place of strength, of stability, finding that place where the body is strong, like a mountain, and yet we just allow it to be so. So instead of focusing on that strength, letting your body melt into that and staying with your breath. Most of our standing postures are going to be really good and important at activating some of those lower chakras, that 1, 2, 3, because it's talking about, again, grounding, right? So if we just think about grounding, placing our feet on the floor, then we're going to be working with a lot of those lower chakras. From here, make sure that your feet are facing directly forward. Sweep the arms up and sit into your seat, Utkatasana, chair pose. So knees should be in alignment with the toes, directly forward. The pelvic area remains somewhat neutral, so try not to collapse through the belly or the chest. Keep the heart lifted, shoulders almost in alignment with those hips. And then as you bring the arms up, pull the shoulder blades back. You can always come into a field goal or even bring hands to heart if you need. And again, really, really grounding pose. Take another breath or two here. Bring that focus into that first chakra, that root. And then as you inhale, use the strength of your legs, press yourself up and release those arms. Take a clearing breath. Again, any balancing postures will also be with those lower chakras. Connecting your left foot to the floor, and draw that right foot to Vrikshasana, tree pose. So you can keep the heel onto the ankle, you can bring that foot to the calf. You can also work to that kind of inner thigh, pulling that knee slightly open and hug the center line of your body. So as we make this squeezing motion towards the center, that helps to stimulate that chakra. Stay with your breath, hands can stay to heart, or we can take those arms up, or sway your branches or any other kind of variation you would like. Very grounding posture. And we'll release. Take a moment to just settle into your other foot. Feel the balance of inside, outside, front, and back. Feel the edge of the feet. Bring that left up where it works for you. Maybe one side is different than the other. That's pretty normal. And just visualize roots growing from your feet. So tree pose, right? You can't get more connected or grounded than a tree. So sink those roots into the ground. Maybe you want to lift and expand your branches up towards the sun. And if not, that's okay. Stay with your breath. We'll bring those hands back to heart if they're not there, and then slowly release, shake those legs out. And then just the last kind of posture we're going to do is we'll bring those feet a little bit wider apart and take your knees nice and wide and start to lower into a yogi squat. So again, if this is difficult, find your block. You can bring your block behind you and kind of sit on it. You can even go a little bit higher with that block as well. And then the goal here is to try to push those elbows into the knees and lift the heart up. Let your low back, let your glutes really sink to the floor. Keep the heart open. Try not to collapse forward. So we want to stay long in our spine. Breathing here. So many people around the world, they literally use the squat in their daily lives. They work in the squat, they talk in the squat. Squatting is pretty awesome. Opens up that whole groin area, of course, that first and second chakra. Breathe. Use your hands behind you, trust yourself, and come onto your seat. Sukhasana, cross leg. So again, very grounding pose. Just visualize, really connect with the base of your spine. Connect with the sit bones grounding you to the floor. Breathe into that space. Let's close the eyes. Keep your palms on your knees. Maybe your hands turn open in the representation of being receptive and open. And then we're just going to repeat to ourselves, I am safe. I am grounded. I have everything I need. So those are our mantras for our first chakra. I am safe. I am grounded. I have everything I need. I am safe. I am grounded. I have everything I need. I am safe. I am grounded. I have everything I need. As you continue through your mantras, again, bring that visualization of red just glowing at the base of the spine. Offer yourself, again, that unconditional love. Offer yourself for forgiveness for anything that you're holding on to that's no longer serving you. I am safe. I am grounded.